Hi, my name is Kieran of One Zen Personal Training. Today I'm just going to briefly talk about some different exercises in order to prevent or minimise the chance of run-in based injuries. Now typically in the gym environment, as a runner we're told you go into the gym, you need to strengthen your hamstrings or strengthen your quadriceps. Okay, so typically we'll go and look for a machine where we sit down and we do our leg extension or we do our leg curl, pulling it towards us. Unless you're doing bodybuilding, the human body, especially in all three dimensions in which we run, will rarely work this way. And in fact, we dumb our nervous system down. The chance of injury will be fairly great. So I'm just going to give you a few ideas, a few different exercises that you can do that are more practical for running. I'm going to use a Viper. You don't have to use a Viper. You could use any tube or a sandbag or a medicine ball, anything that you can use to displace your center of gravity, as you will find out. The first exercise that I'm going to show you is a lunge with a lateral weight shift. Now, the beauty of this exercise, as you will see, is it displaces my weight. And all it's doing is, as I lunge forward and the weight shifts, it's trying to pull me with it. Okay? So the idea is I stimulate the nerves which control these muscles. This allows me to recognize and then pull back out of that position. So when we're running and I plant my foot down, I'm really fighting the pull of gravity which is pulling me down. So my muscles load, they get stimulated, I then pull through as I resist gravity and then plant my other foot. To put it another way, as I run, I plant that foot, I stabilize on one leg, I then create a rotation going through my torso, like so, and then pull my leg through again and again. So there's a lot of single leg work and a lot of rotational elements. But in the gym typically we do just single plane movement. Okay. This will get us a result, but will it get us the best result? No, it won't. So that again, show it from this angle, a lunge forward, I really pull that out to displace my weight, opposite leg, so on. It's important that when my foot hits the ground, my big toe and my heel hit the ground together in this exercise. This will help all 26 bones of the feet splay outwards, absorb the impact and allow that energy to travel up my whole kinetic chain. Okay, so that's the first exercise. Lunge with a lateral shift. Try and give around 10 reps on each leg a go. You should be able to stabilize and pull out of that position. If you can't pull out of that position, then decrease the weight. The second exercise is your typical single leg squat. And in a single leg squat, a lot of people like to overcomplicate it. It doesn't have to be that complicated. You can have your leg in that position. Make sure that your big toe and your heel push firmly into the floor. You can have your arms here. At first, it's just about going through the movement. Okay, so breathing in, lowering yourself down, and pushing up. That was a really poor first attempt. Let me do that again. So breathe in, breathe out as you push up. Okay? I tend to have my leg forward purely because it reminds me of that running as I'm then pushing through. Okay? It allows my nervous system to adapt and utilize it better in a real life environment. So the golden rules with this is I'm just trying to stabilize my knee as much as possible by thinking about it. As long as it's not doing anything too extreme, okay, I'm all good. A lot of people say your knee has to be over your second toe, okay? But in running, is your knee always over your second toe? Probably not, unless you're looking down with every step, okay, which is going to be quite difficult to do. It's allowing the nervous system to express the movement, but being able to control and pull out of the movement, which is crucial in injury prevention. Okay, so we have the single leg squat. Ideally, we're looking at between 10 to 15 reps on each leg. Go down as low as you comfortably can go. Okay. Next exercise is one that integrates your midsection with your legs. Now, a lot of runners come to me and they do all sorts of core-based exercises like a plank. And a plank typically is an isometric exercise. And isometric exercises are very low on a sports therapist or a physiotherapist list. They're kind of the starter exercise, but for most people they are the ongoing exercise. Okay? We need to move away from that and think about how are my abdominals actually working during running. So during running, I'll show you from this angle, as I plant my foot forward, the bottom of my ribcage or my sternum and my pubis literally stretch up, and as I pull forward, my obliques, which are the diagonal base muscles and the six-pack muscles, I'm sure I've got a six-pack muscle somewhere, they pull forward and over. Okay, so in actual fact, your abdominals load by stretching back, and it's that stretch which excites the muscles, allows energy to be stored, and allows me to then propel myself forward. Okay, so straight away you can see maybe lying down and doing some crunches and some planking may not be the best thing for me for running. Okay, and this is about getting specific with exercise. So we have this nice little exercise which excites the muscles in the correct position of the leg. Okay, and all the exercise is as I step back, I'm going to drive, and I do mean drive, this viper over my shoulder, like so. Because I'm trying to stimulate the nerves as well as the muscles. Okay? And what will happen is you'll feel in your hip flexors and in your midsection, as well as your adductors and your quads and your hamstrings and your glutes, and before you know it, you've integrated your midsection fully with your legs in how you're actually going to use them through running. These 3 exercises would be enough to get anyone started. Okay? I would recommend, okay, and this goes against the grain of maybe what you've been told, okay, potentially controversial, depending on what circles you run in, come off of the machines completely. That's no leg extension, no leg curl, no leg press, nothing where you're sitting on your arse. Because my question to you is, are you going to be running with your arse sitting down on something? Okay? Chances are, if you train that way, you will literally end up on your arse. And I don't mean that as a pun or a joke, but you're teaching the body how to come out of sync, how to be imbalanced, and how not to work. Like I said, leg press, leg curl, leg extension, and all those other fancy bits of kit are very good for bodybuilding. But you have to question, is my goal bodybuilding or is it running? If it's running, then get your ass off the equipment, use some decent free weights, vipers, sandbags, and actually stimulate the movement and strengthen the movement in which you're actually going to use. Okay. For more information and any questions, please go to www.one-zenpt.co.uk. My name's Kieran. Thank you very much.